River, how are you?
Yo, today I'm great.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
That's good
it
to hear.
is
I
good
hope
to
it stays
hear.
that way when we
I
when we
love
ask you.
a line
Go
in
ahead.
Sinners. Um, no misery is worth complaining about.
Oh, interesting.
That's my that's one that I
But
like
it
to use.
it definitely is
So
worth talking about. I'll say that. You know what I mean? It's like I will say in the past, I don't know. I don't need to put a timestamp on it, but I've learned the difference. I've begun to unlearn complaining and learn sharing, like I'm learning slowly appropriate places to take things. And like that's been yikes. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, okay. Oh, cool. This
you're
is
talking about this
appropriate.
podcast, my friend.
Right,
You are
right.
you are you are speaking
Yeah.
to not just the choir, but your fellow preachers.
Yeah. Oh,
Really,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
this one.
I mean,
So yeah,
everybody in the
speaking of mi-
choir thinks they're the preacher. Sorry, Mike. you know,
no, it's all right. It's all right.
go for it.
Speaking of misery and timestamps, we're gonna ask you the question that we ask all of our guests is how we start every conversation we have here on this podcast, which is when is the last time that you felt worried about covering your monthly expenses?
Mm. The last time that I felt worried about covering my monthly expenses was about like 5 days ago, a week ago.
Okay, that's a
And
close one.
I have had I've struggled with my fears of financial insecurity my whole life, and recently I've had like just a new expansion around like,
Oh,
oh, I think it's gonna be okay, you know.
I'm
Mhm.
familiar with that phrase,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, what that means is not that I'm financially secure,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's that I don't have the fear of it,
Mm-hmm.
that I can trust that it's not even trusting that something will come along because that's kind of crazy. Because something may not come along immediately, but that I can figure out how to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
For you, is that something that you can address separately? Is there like financial insecurity is one thing, and then there's the fear of it that's separate?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yep. That's that's why I said it that way, because it
Yeah.
even just knowing that it's separate things is like has been a huge change in my life. I grew up with people who were just in fear of financial insecurity. So I learned it. I was like raised in it, like, so it makes sense. And then I also have a brain that tends towards that, so it's like, and so do they. It didn't come from nowhere. It didn't come from them. So for me, it's just the beginning of the space between that understanding, and that, like, it was my way
Mhm.
of life before, that I was constantly in fear of financial insecurity. And the difference is that I'm beginning to the feelings are unwinding around it. And I admitted, like, oh, I'm financially insecure. Very recently I was like, oh, that's actually what it is that I am. Okay. And that's kind of when the fear began to unhook in a new way. Because at first I needed to be like, not afraid of financial insecurity, where I was like, everything's great. Look at this. And that's what, and it was, because that was the objective truth. And then when everything wasn't great, I was like, no, 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 no. That's not what I signed up for. I'm down to get
Mhm.
away from fear of financial insecurity because things are good. Because I'm doing what I want to be doing. I'm getting paid the amount I want to be paid, all that stuff. And going, whoa, this is not a river problem. It's not because I suck. And it's not because I'm
Mhm.
not doing enough. And it's not just generally. I had to get really honest with myself and go, where am I not doing enough? And sometimes the answer was like, you're doing all right, man. You're doing the best you can. And it's like, I don't want that as an answer. I want to be the bad. I want to be the problem, because then
Mm.
I can complain about it. And it's really human. You know what I mean? Like, it's what we do as people. And sometimes you got to complain. But complaining was the only mode. Venting and complaining was, and it's like it magnetizes. Like produces like. So the more I do that, the more I do that. But I needed a lot of help and support and really loving people who have tolerated it and haven't been like, you got to knock this off. And some people who are like, I can't hear about that anymore. And then I go like, damn, am I talking about that much that this person is like, stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then noticing when other people are complaining and being like, wow, there I am. But another thing that's really profoundly helped me is to not as a weapon, but like really, and I did it very begrudgingly, and all kinds of different experiences of it. But I was like, oh damn, my basic needs are met today, despite the way that I feel and the way it looks. Not great. It's not great out here in Hollywood. It's not great out here in a lot of places. People are struggling. So I found like solidarity in that instead of like woe is me. And I went, whoa, yeah, holy crap, I slept inside last night. I have a bed. I have food in my fridge. I have working clean water. I have I said food. I have clothing to wear. It's like I had to get really and go like, ooh, and not go, well, you better feel better because of that. I actually was like building like, whoa, yo, got it. Oh, shit, So that's what's allowed me today to be like, I don't know what's going to happen. And what's incredible, and I'll stop talking, is that I feel more like prepared and grateful and like standing in myself and open to new creativity and new ways of doing stand up and like writing new jokes and getting out there, and it is not to be had, and it's incredible. And the fact that I'm not upset about that, I'm like, exactly, of course that's what it is, because something else, there's gonna be something else, and I don't have to give it up just because I can't do it the way I've been doing it, on the road. Because I told myself for years, like, once you don't have dates, it's over. And I have a date in October. I don't have any dates. Well, I have one, which I'm super grateful for.
Oh, that's great.
But I don't have stand-up dates. I don't have road dates, and it's not looking like I will anytime soon. And like, yo, that would have killed me. That would have took me out anytime before now. But that basic needs thing and a million other things, but that basic needs thing was like, right, I trust that it's because this is what I believe I'm here to do. And so I'm willing to do it however something sees fit for me to do it. And I'm open to what that might be, which I think is a great segue into one of the things we were going to talk about.